Hi, in today's session, I'm going to demo and illustrate about creating virtual machine template in SCVMM 2012. In my current lab setup, I'm using SCVMM 2012 SP1, which is still in the beta stage. The reason why am I using it is because I would love my farm setup to be powered by Windows Server 2012 and SQL Server 2012. As you can see, uh, when System Center launched their whole suite of product, the support is still rely heavily on Windows Server 2008 and SQL Server 2008. Thus, I couldn't wait for the RTM or final release of the SP1 in System Center 2012. Therefore, I'm doing my demo on the SP1 beta release. As you can see from my screen, I have quite a few virtual machines running concurrently. Therefore, today I'll walk you all through from the part where we convert an existing virtual machine to be used as a virtual machine template. Please be aware that the machines that are being used to create the virtual machine template will be destroyed and cannot be used after that. Therefore, it's necessary that the virtual machine that intended to be used for creation of template is the one that is not in use anymore. From my screen, I've already made a clone of the virtual machine that intended to use as a source for creation, as labeled Windows Server 2012 Standard, which I've already made a clone from one of my virtual machine, which is Windows Update Server 01. As you, so the first step is right click, create, and click on Create VM Template. There will be a warning message appear to warn that the current VHD will be destroyed during a conversion of the virtual machine. Another pointer to take note before you can even create a virtual machine template using an existing virtual machine is that you need to ensure that your virtual machine is being sysprep with generalized before performing any conversion. If not, System Center Virtual Machine Manager will prompt you with error and tell you that sysprep failed. Knowing that since this is a clone, I'm safe to go ahead. So I'll click yes. Give it a name for the virtual machine template. I'll go with default value. So for this part, I'll key in the password. The time zone, I'll follow my time zone, which is GMT plus 8. You can always change to the one that's suitable to you. The operating system, you can even select the basic role for this VM template. So once you actually use the VM template to create any new virtual machine in future, you can straight away have a machine that has the role and feature pre-installed. So I'll pause briefly for entering the product key. Okay, so we'll click next to select a library server for the virtual machine, which the current one that I have, which is one that I'm connected to, SCVMM01 dot domain, the virtual machine path. So you can select. I only have one library that's hosted in my SCVMM library server. Okay, review the setting. Beautiful, as you can see. Everything is powered powered by PowerShell script. So click create, blah blah blah. You can see the status is distracting system. VM will pause briefly till the process completed. So in SCVMM, you can view the current job status by going under jobs. You can see the status of the job. What is it currently doing? Like, oh, it's halfway through sysprep virtual machine. Then the next, which item is being completed, which item has not yet started. So it gives you a very in-depth detail of what is SCVMM is currently doing to your process. Okay, there we go. As you can see, a lot is halfway through the process. You really try to store the virtual machine to my library server in my SCVMM. You can see it actually take quite a while. It takes about 2 minutes, another 2.5 minutes for the whole process to load for the whole process of sysprep and start the virtual machine for sysprep. After that, shut down the virtual machine after sysprepping. The other pending task is to try to deploy the file using bits over HTTPS. Try to deploy the file transferring from the Hyper-V physical host to the SCVMM library server. Let's pause shortly for the whole process carry on. The whole process of the storing of the virtual machine is rather quite long. So okay, as you can see, it has completed, but with an error message saying that hope the WS management service is installed and running. Check that the management service is running. However, this doesn't really important in this context, so we're gonna ignore this message for now, and then we're gonna continue. So as you can see, oh, where is the virtual machine, which it was there in the past, previously, right? The Windows Server 2012 standard. As I have mentioned before, after the VM template creation, the virtual machine will be destroyed. So let's go and look at the library. In our library, you can see that we newly created Windows Server 2012 standard. The date added, the date modified is just a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so uh, since the VM template is working, let's try to create a new virtual machine based on this newly created template. Go to New, Create Virtual Machine. Go to Prompt. Are you going to use an existing virtual machine, VM template, or virtual hard disk? Click Browse. Is all my available. So this is the one that I created. Here I go. Select next. Give it a name. Okay, since I'm building my lab server to populate more of the server, so I'm going to create something more realistic and close to my environment needs. You can see from my screen, I'm short of SCCM SQL. So it isn't necessary to actually create a dedicated SQL server for each of the component in System Center, but well, in order to simulate the full suite I will just go ahead and do it. My naming convention, SCCM, SQL Server 01. I'm very particular about the naming convention. I just want everything to be neat. Next, so standard will be 4 gig RAM. Make sure there's no media since I don't really need it for now. So uh, give it a name. This is my third database server in my whole lab server. So that's the correct edition of operating system. Blah blah blah. Next. So I'm going to place the virtual machine on a host. Only Hyper-V server that is connected to my SCVMM. So actually, in SCVMM 2012, you can connect other host servers such as not including Hyper-V, VMware, and Citrix Zen server. So SCVMM allow you to manage other host server, not just Microsoft proprietary. So I, I have a standard format that all my virtual machine information source files will be stored in one single drive, while my VHD will be stored under the other one. So let's select the should be stored on drive M, VHD, update name. File name should be called shell and shell 1. Select the network adapter, final property. Once again, a summary page on the screen. Create, tada, the process will start moving. Once again, you can go under jobs or you can see it under the new server that's being provisioned directly. You can also click the job to see the detailed status of each individual steps. So it's currently in the create virtual machine stage for deploying file. And this kind of process is actually trying to copy from the SCVMM library server back to the Hyper-V host and deploy all the VHD and necessary file to the Hyper-V server so that it can provision the virtual machine. Okay, the whole process is going to be complete for the create virtual machine. You can see the performance on my lab server is just an Intel quad-core i7. Very good. So in terms of the production firmware, all the NAS are kicking, the SAN drive are kicking, the gigabit performance may varies and may be better, and things can be optimized to perform much faster and with more Hyper-V hosts or other physical hosts that's connected to SCVMM. We can optimize the performance to create virtual machines much faster, provision it at higher speed. The whole process of creating a virtual machine based on virtual machine template has completed, as you can see. Okay, back to the administrator console, you can see that my newly polished SCCM SQL server is being provisioned. Okay, so how do I know that whatever is shown here is true? Okay, see, my SCCM SQL server is running. Let's try to start it, make sure that things are going fine. By your console. Give it a couple of minutes. Oh, ta-da! That's the beauty of Windows Server 2012, which I love. It really loads very fast. Reloading. Oh, I can't get that. Why didn't shut off? Oh, probably because when I was doing the cloning, at the time of doing cloning, I thought that my virtual machine, which has the name of Windows Server 2012 standard, the one that I used to uh, create the virtual machine template, which was being destroyed. I went to put it up, but not knowing that that image has already been spread. So I did a forced shutdown of the virtual machine. But rest assured, things will be fine. So the local server, as you can see, this is DB03. All the settings is the one that's being prefixed. So the end for today's session.